Let's say if I was a non-hijabi, I would be tempted to go to places that my friends would go to, such as like hookah lounges or, staying out late and things like that. But as a hijabi, since I represent Islam as a whole, while being a hijabi, it makes me feel almost embarrassed and ashamed to go to certain places or stay out a little late. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I've been getting so many questions from literally everyone just asking me about reasons why I decided to put the hijab on and kind of like my thought process behind it. So inshallah this video answers some of your guys' questions. The first and the main reason why I decided to put the hijab on is because hijab is fard, meaning that it's mandatory in Islam. And the reason why hijab is fard is because it protects us from the outside world as well as ourselves. There's other reasons, of course, as to why hijab is mandatory, but the biggest reason why I decided to wear it was because that goes into hijab being fard, is that it kind of like holds me back and holds me accountable for every decision that I make. So because I represent Islam as a whole, I do not want to represent my religion in a negative way. This honestly helps me so much because it's like, let's say if I was a non-hijabi, I would be tempted to go to places that my friends would go to, such as like hookah lounges or, staying out late and things like that. But as a hijabi, since I represent Islam as a whole, while being a hijabi, it makes me feel almost embarrassed and ashamed to go to certain places or stay out a little late. Another reason why I decided to put the hijab on was because I felt like I needed something that pushed me closer to God. So I know that a lot of people wear the hijab when they feel as if, they've already reached their peak level of religious. I mean, I think that there's no peak, but you get what I mean. So a certain level of religious, and they wear the hijab as like a final push, which is amazing. But for me, I just felt as if I needed to take that initiative to wear the hijab, and then inshallah God will guide me to the right path because I took such a big step. I mean, of course I would always pray, but my prayers were very like ma'ata'in, like I just would pray, I'd forget to pray Fajr, I'd pray Dhuhr, and then I'd pray Maghrib. It was all over the place, and I feel like hijab holds me accountable to my prayers. So another huge reason why I decided to put the hijab on is because I felt as if I was honestly feeling so guilty about so much in my life. And I think that this is also like the second to biggest reason why I decided to put it on, is because I just felt so guilty about so many decisions that I made in my life. And I needed like a restart, like a fresh start to my life. And putting the hijab on honestly helped me so much. I remember the weekend before I decided to put it on, and this might be a little, TMI, but I was waking up every single night just crying and bawling my eyes out and begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide me. And I would pray tahajjud, I'd go back to sleep, I'd still feel as if something was missing. And then I don't know what happened, but I decided to wear the hijab. I just decided to put it on for a day, walk around the house, see how things are. And I felt so comfortable and so good. And that guilt, for some reason, went away when I decided to wear the hijab. And I feel it as if the reason why that guilt went away is because God gave me a second chance at life. Even though it's not written down that hijab is, basically like Hajj, where you're reborn into a new person, whatever, you're sinless. To me, it felt that way because I'm putting everything in the past behind me and I'm starting this new journey. And I think that a lot of my friends have been asking me or telling me that they feel as if, the reason why they want to put the hijab on now isn't the right reason. But I feel as if there's no such thing as a right reason to wearing the hijab. Everyone has their own separate experience. I've been contemplating wearing the hijab for my entire life, literally since I was younger, since I was a kid, basically, because my mom's a hijabi, all of my sisters are hijabis, all of my aunts are hijabis, and I just felt so excluded. And you know what? even not feeling a part of my family, that also contributed to me wearing the hijab. And that's also one of the reasons why I chose to wear it. There's never going to be a right reason for you to wear the hijab. I think anything is the right reason if it brings you closer to Allah. Any reason is the right reason if it brings you closer to Allah. And I truly feel as if there's so much more that I can talk about when it comes to this subject, just because wearing the hijab has honestly been the best blessing. So